I am your host, Lia Dunlap, and you are listening to the Oracle on Purpose podcast, where we help intentional leaders clarify their purpose and next steps to create a work and life of significance.
Hey, beautiful people. Success is personal, not business. Okay? Success is personal. It's not business. It's not business. Business is not your success. And I've been on three podcasts. I've been interviewed on 3 podcasts today, and there's this theme of what it means to be successful. What is success? And we can have these thoughts in our head that success really is a dollar amount or, whatever someone else outside of you who you think is successful, whatever they're doing, so you start chasing someone else's version of success. Now, here's the funny thing. What if who you're chasing is also chasing someone else's version of success, right? In business, in life, like the cars, the furs, whatever it looks like out there, somehow that is success. That's what it means to be successful in business. When all along, the truth is, success is very personal. True success is absolutely personal. Everything about your life is personal. It's unique to you. Why do you think, when you were a kid, you wanted to find the necklace with your name on it, or the jacket, or the license plate frame? Remember those little license plate, little mini license plates you could put on your car, or your bicycle, then your car, right? Why do we want to personalize things? Because there's an inherent part of us who understands and knows this life you're living is absolutely personal. So uniquely personal that hollowness that you're feeling when you're chasing someone else's version of success, that empty part of you that reaches the 5, 6, 7-figure magic number and still feels like you haven't done enough, that part of you is aching for you to understand that you're different. And you're different on purpose. You're different because you are created magnificently different on purpose. It's not an accident that you have curly hair or long, straight, can't be curled hair, or glasses or no glasses, or you're tall or you're short, or whatever the myriad of differences that you see for yourself as some sort of thing to overcome, rather than celebrate, rather than diving into that thing that makes you uniquely you. All of the talents, all of the gifts, all of the experience, all of your expansion, your new ideas, everything that's coming from you specifically is part of your story towards success. If you pay attention, if you aren't distracted by the carnival barking, status quo numbers and figures and all of those things outside of you that kind of are siren songs of success. Those things that say you're not enough yet. You just need that one more thing. You need another certificate. You need a certain kind of vehicle. You need a certain level of X in your bank account. You need to land a bigger contract, right? Add an extra 0, add 3 extra zeros. And then magically you will be successful. You will reach success, as if success is a place. Now, here's where we get it wrong. And if this is you, you're not alone. Here's where it seems as if the ideal place or way is a landing zone of success. Like success is an arena that you step into, a stage, if you will, that you step on and you're acknowledged and everybody says, oh yes, we've checked all the boxes. You are so-and-so and you have done such and such, and voila, you are a success. But success is a journey, and it is personal. And when you know it to be personal, and when you step into it as a journey, and you start to allow yourself the opportunity to celebrate what is not only unique about you, but unique about your journey, then you are not only successful, right? Full of success. You are showing others the beauty that is a journey of success and how amazingly different it can be for every single one of us. I spent a long time, probably more than I want to admit, honestly, trying to be someone else's version of successful. It got me into the land of the corporate world. It got me into sales and marketing and operations. And even for a brief stint, honestly, that's a whole nother story, accounting. And every one of those places that I landed, while I learned something and I took something very much from each of those roles, it was just that. It was a role. It was something I was being, right? I was stepping into someone else's shoes, frankly. And luckily, because of my own unique talents as an oracle and being able to see and hear and receive messages of people around me, I could manage, right? I could manipulate, frankly, the experiences I was having to my benefit, but only for a short term, right? It could only last for so long. And you might be finding yourself in that place too, where it feels as if the house of cards you've built, much like a Jenga tower, is starting to topple because the core, the base, is being unraveled, right? Pieces are coming away. As the more you start to become yourself, the more those things that do not align with you, who are not truly unique to you, right? The ways you're showing up that suddenly feel like a hairsuit, right? That itchy feeling of not really being authentically yourself. Those pieces that you're peeling off are revealing that you've built this entire amazing tower of success on nothing but thin air, on the impression of someone else's version of success. And I say the impression because the truth of the matter is we don't really know. Like whoever was like the original, the Mac daddy of success. I mean, people will throw out names like Rockefeller or Steve Jobs or, fill in the blanks of your certain era. I'm old, I admit it. We don't really know. I mean, you could watch a documentary and you still don't know. Why? Because it is personal. And there's so much about that personal story and whether or not it's aligned and the dark nights of the soul. And by the way, there's not just one. If you're really being honest, we all go through stages, right? And levels of that. So all of those things play a part. And the funniest part of the story is that you will never really know the full breadth of your success in your own lifetime. Let me say that again. You will never really know the full breadth of your own success in your own lifetime. Think about it. Rockefeller, he's being talked about in rooms today, hundreds of years later, okay? That's beyond the scope of your personal life experience. And there's still individuals taking information from who he was and how he lived his life or how he created his business that are building upon that for their own success, right? The gift of who he was and his experience in this world continues to move forward, thereby adding more success to his successes, even within the time frame of his own life. And you are just the same. I promise you. Years, millennia from now, perhaps, depending on what your experience is, people could be talking about you in rooms not only will you never know about, but you have long since passed away from. So chasing this idealized version of some sort of boxes you have to check off, that depletes you. That leaves you in a rat race you'll never win. And that is why I do the work I do. That is why, as I answered all these questions today on these podcasts, that is why I honestly believe that the number one thing to know, to anchor in, to establish everything else from, is your own unique life purpose. The why behind the why of your experiencing here as a human, right? You've come here to be human, to serve something from your spirit, from your soul, from the very core of who you are to the world. What is it? Do you know? How much time have you spent investigating that? Opening yourself to look at that and giving that its due, right? Anchoring what you choose to create in your life from that point. That's what we do. That's what we do in my Purpose and Prosperity Accelerator. That's what I do one-on-one with my clients. That's what we do in a very beautiful and encapsulated way at the Master Creators Alchemy Retreat. We wipe all the other entangled thoughts and ideas of who and what you should be, the stories of success, off the decks and come straight back to the core. Who are you? And why are you here? And how can you create something from that place that lasts? That's personal. That's success. And whether or not you craft a business or a work product based on it, once you've created and taken action from that perspective, the true measure of that success is ultimately your own fulfillment. And that's the beauty. You take 7 days away from all the noise, all the trappings, and come back to yourself, to your version, your story, your expression of what is uniquely you. And start afresh, right? Reset, if you will, onto a path that is full of prosperity, abundance, ease, joy. If that's something you'd like to explore, if that sounds refreshing, if that is a solve to the pain in your heart right now of having to push through towards some magical number that you feel is so elusive, I invite you to take a look at the link below to start a conversation with me. Because this experience isn't for everyone. And frankly, the space is limited not just because of the physical space we'll be in, but because in the container we want to create allows for true interaction, deep conversations, real connection, and real space to stretch out, to vision, to heal, get reconnected to source. So if that sounds good to you, let's chat. See if it's a real good fit. If it's not, I promise you, we're only asking those individuals who are ready to step into the circle of the Master Creators Alchemy Retreat, because I already know for those people who do, for those people who raise their hands, are a fit, walk through the process with me, that their lives will be forever changed for the better. And that's something that is a key component of success, is what you're doing, helping your life become better. Because when your life is better, then everyone you touch is better for it. All right, I'm Lia Dunlap. I am the Oracle on Purpose. Remember, whatever you're up to, I promise you, you are here on purpose.
Thanks for tuning in to the Oracle on Purpose show. If you found value in this episode, we'd appreciate you leaving a comment. Also, you can subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't yet. If you'd like to get clear on your highest vision and next steps, go to oracleonpurpose.com. See you next week.